Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Mm, let me show you. This is just a park. This is just a park. Let me show you around. This is just a park. 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 Yep. Hello, can you hear me? Please, if you can hear me, join in. Let's chat. Let's talk. If you can hear me, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. If you're joining in, please throw me a high comment so that I know that you've joined or people have joined. Mostly when I do these lives or a post, I have a number of people who love what I'm doing, and the only thing that they do is that they always watch and never say nothing. So it's like a ghost. It's like a ghost watching what you do. But how I request humbly that if you can throw a comment over there so that I know the people are joining in and the people are supporting my work, okay? Otherwise, thank you. Welcome to 101 with Eric. As always, we're here to encourage each other, talk to each other, because sometimes this life can be stressful. But when you get somewhere where you can just be talking and sharing and all that stuff, then at the end of the day, we all feel good. Thank you. I see someone has just given me a like over there. I really appreciated you. It's a Sunday morning. I'm just from church. And I was to do a live with someone, but I think they got problems with their Wi-Fi. So I decided, okay, if they're not gonna do it, then let me join in my people and let's have a chat. Let's just talk and see how things will be. But today, it's easy. I want to talk about my experience of transition from Africa and from Africa to America. And if you have the same, please comment down there, down below. Let's talk. Let's talk. How was your experience when you came into America? I know we have people who have been here for long, and they have different experiences. Tell us what your experience was, as I want to tell you mine, how it was. I'll start by saying that when you come to America for the first time, oh, it's so much exciting. It's so much exciting. I used to come to America, come and go back, come to America, go back, come to America, go back. When I was working with one of the NGOs in Kenya. But my first time, my expectation was so high. The first time I came in, my expectation was so high. I thought I was going to pick or be collecting dollars from the trees and all that stuff. And then when I came in, I discovered for sure it's good. It's not as compared to Africa. Everything is different. Things are different. Like what surprised me the first time I came was that in a family, people will have even 3 to 4 cars that they are using. A family will have 3, 4, even 5. Everyone has their car, so most of the time the parking is always full. So that was one thing that surprised me. Like I was struggling even to just have a car in Africa, but when you come here, every family, everybody has a car. And I was like, wow, this is this is so surprising. And then having grown up in the village, and then you come to a place where everywhere is tarmac. Everywhere is tarmac. Like the roads are tarmacked, pavements are tarmacked to the door. But now let me move a little bit and talk about now when I came in, like now to try not try but stay in America now, like transitioning. Wow. That was not easy. That was not easy. First of all, when you come here, the first thing that hits you, is language. You know, my English when I came in, my English and the English here were totally different, and that's why sometimes when people speak, people speak here, someone will think that they are bragging or sasa wanaongea ni kama watu wenye wako majuu, so it's different. It's not that way. It's just that when you speak our African language or African Kingereza or African English, you are stupid. You are stupid. You know, I remember when I will go to one of the shops and then you ask for something and someone will be like, excuse me, what did you just say? You know, so you'll go there and say, I want water. Can I get water? And like, excuse me, what did you just say? Huh? Like when they hear you say like water, they're like, what is that? So the person who was with me will say he's asking for water. So when you say water, then they get it. But now you get used to that language because you don't want to look stupid, and also you don't want to cut your communication, you know. So you have to adjust, and adjust is to learn how everyone speaks, you know, or how you will be communicating with people. And when you do that, then in one way or another, you start something like twanging that people don't like. People don't like when you see someone like twanging or something. Please, if you're joining in, you're just chatting. The experiences that we had when we came to America, you know. When we came to America. Then the other thing, food is totally different. Food is totally different. You know, in Africa or Kenya, you used to some ugali, ugali, and then now when you come here, ugali becomes gold. Ugali becomes gold. It's not easy to find, or if you find, you will not find the same ugali that we have back in Africa. Like, you know, we are used to, you know, the village life that you get mahindi, maize, or corn. They call, see now, like maize, we call it maize mostly. Here, you find they call it corn, you know. And then you take the mahindi or maize, take it to the grinding machine, get your real unga or flour, go cook some pretty nice ugali, right? But now here, the ugali itself is not there. Or the one that is there is just close to the ugali, you know? And then, you know, a Luo or a Kenyan, most of Kenyan tribes love ugali. So when they come here, that ugali is not there. Or if you get it, you're like, this is not the real ugali that I've been eating in Africa, right? I've been eating in Africa. This is not the real ugali. So food totally is different. Even beef, beef is different. You have to put a lot of spices for you to get that taste of beef, you know. So you come here, you find food is totally different. And then in Anonesha, and I try not to eat fast food. I've not even gone to fast food. So I don't know, food is totally different. And then mostly, sometimes you find some families, they like going out, like eating out, you know, or you go by and then buy something on your way going home and all that stuff. But sasa mimi Mwafrika, I'm here, nimetoka Afrika, mimi nataka niende nipike ugali ama nipike some mboga somewhere, unajua. So dang, so I was like, wow, how am I gonna survive, you know? Like chakula iko different. The first time nilikulanga nilikula pizza nilihara. I think it is because of that cheese. Huh? I don't like. I don't eat a lot of cheese, or if I eat it, it's once. I seriously I had a running stomach for almost 2 days. Because I think even up to date I always fear pizza, so totally totally different. The other thing, when you come in, or my experience when I came in, I was lucky I was driving back in Kenya. But when I came here, now it turned out that I can't drive. Like I have to go training for me to drive here. And before that, now you are to be moved around. Like everywhere you go, someone has to come and pick you from point A to point B, So that means, and how people are always busy in America, go. The only thing that they'll do, the only thing that you'll be staying in the house the whole day. Please, consider subscribing to the channel, please. If you're listening to me, please give me a like. We are trying to hit 1,900. We only have 2 people. So if you're listening and 2 people subscribe, I'm gonna hit 1,900. Road is to 2,000. And please, if you're listening, consider just subscribing right now and throw in a comment so that I know that you are there with me and we are chatting together. As I said, it's a Sunday, just chilling, and I'm just telling the transition and the experiences that my first experiences that when I came in. So transport, when you come in, you can't even try to move. You depend on your host to take you around, and your host is also busy. So you have to learn a lot of patience, and go with their schedule, because without that, then you'll be frustrated a lot, because you can't move, or the only thing you can do is walk around or use the bus. But mostly, ever how much you use these other ways of transportation, you still depend on your host to be moving you around and everything. So that was another thing. I'm here, I know how to drive. People have cars, the family that is hosting me has cars, but you can't even try to touch any, because here is not Kenya, like where you'll just gamble. Rules are strict, like you can't even touch that car before you go to school for it, So you depend on the host to always take you around on every place you want to go, Hapo ndio sasa unapotanga kizungumkuti. If you find a bad host who is not ready to help you, you'll stay in the house all time. That with me, the host who I had, the host was real good. The host was really ready to help. Like when I wanted to go anywhere, he would always be there to help me. And then the other thing that he did, he took me to driving classes real quick. The first 2 weeks, I think, or 3 weeks, he had taken me to classes, gave me the driving book. I was reading the driving books, and then in 2-3 weeks like this, I went for the driving school, or to do the test. You do the writing and the road test. But McHugh, I was a driver back home, but you know what? I failed the driving school because I was going within the street, and always you've been told keep left or right. I hit someone's side mirror, a car that was parked on the side mirror. So the instructor just told me you failed. He told me you will go and take it back. And because the owner of the car was not there, you are told to write a note, your phone number, your name, and tell them to call you whenever they get that, so that if they place charges on you, they place charges on you. If they ask you to repair the car, they ask you to repair the car, So I tensed because I hit this car, I hit the side mirror of this car. My first time to go do driving. I still don't have that driving. I don't have car insurance. I'm using someone's car. and I've hit the side mirror of this other person's car, and I'm new. I'm trying to get it over there. But good luck, these guys never contacted me. I think they outridden that. They like, it's okay. So they never contacted me, and I was like, oh hallelujah, no. So with that, when you get to the car, then it becomes more easier. You know, when you get the car, it becomes more easier. Janta kazi. Mimi nilipelekwa kazi kwa sababu mtu asikudanganya atakikuja Amerika ataenda kufanya kazi kwa Biden ama Trump, ofisi ya Trump. Lazima uanzie mahali. Na ukianzianga mahali, mostly unajipatanga unaanza kwanza na kuosha diabs. Diabs manze, diabs. Unaanza kwanza kuosha diabs manze. So nilipelekwa kwa one of the, how do we call them? We call them group homes. Manze. Nikapiganga hapo nikapatanga wazee. Wazee wamechoka na kuambia. But kwa sababu umekam, hiyo ndio penye lazima uanzie kwa sababu, and it also, I think this is also a lesson that people need to know. The person who hosts you the first, you know, matters a lot. Unajua kwa sababu if they are in given profession, that's where they'll take you. If most of them do home care, that's where they'll take you. If they do, watu wengine wanaenda kufanya kazi kwa petrol station, that's where they'll take you. Kama kuna watu wengine wanaenda kufanya hizi kazi za warehouse, hapo ndio watakupeleka. So mimi watu wenye nilijua walikuwa walinipeleka kwa home care. Kuosha wazee diabs. Na hakuna chenye utafanya kwa sababu hapo ndio penye utaanzia, unajua? So mimi nikaendanga hapo nikapata wazee kwanza. Asubuhi saa 11 wanafaa kuoga. Hi, how are you? Sorry. It's alright. So nikapatanga wazee hapo manze. Asubuhi saa 11 wanafaa kuwa wanaamshwa, wanaoshwa, wewe acha wewe. But saa zile mtu mwenye ako Kenya anafikiria ati wewe uko State House. State House gani? State House gani? Lazima mtu aanzie mahali. Na watu wote wenye wako hapa majua watakwambia lazima uanzie mahali. You have to start from somewhere. So I did home care and stuff and everything just for a start, you know. And you start the lowest, like you start the lowest. Anyone who is watching right now, I'm trying to hit 2,000 subscribers. Please consider subscribing to the YouTube channel wherever you are, so that we hit the 2,000 subscribers. I have I'm less 100 or something to hit 2,000. So ukipitia hapa tafadhali, when you pass by, please consider subscribing. I'm just giving a story of how the transition was from Africa to America, and the things that I found that were surprising to me, you know. The things that I found were surprising to me. So I was saying, mostly I was doing so janta ikawa hiyo for a while, unapata do. Sasa hapo ndio nini, kwa sababu the good thing with America, there are jobs, you know. There are jobs. You'll find jobs. You'll find jobs like anything you wanna do. You'll always find jobs. So it's your hard work. Saa hizo when I came in, I wanted to show some impression that I'm in America. Saa hizo nadunga cladinoma, niko kwa chains, niko nini. So it's ukishadunga hivyo unapiga ma selfie, kisha piga selfie ukipost, wazee wanaona walalala, huyu jamaa amefika wapi? Umefika wapi? So unajua watu wa home wakikuwa wanasema this guy is working in White House ama nini, the guy is feeling good, but it's just I think it's just consoling your ego and everything, you know, and then you also want to show that umefika. Until I came to a point that I discovered that it's not even worth it, you know, it's not even worth it. Anyway, let's go back. So that was all about that, and then now I came to now after all that, I have my job. My host is with me, a very nice guy. One day I'll host him here. A very nice guy. So my host is with me, everything is running good. Now I have to move to my apartment. Yeah, my apartment. Normally in Kenya, when you're in Kenya, when you have job, you just go get an apartment. You go and live. You can live by yourself if you're employed and all that stuff. Maju, huh? Nyumba peke yake ni $2,000. $2,000 saizi ni pesa ngapi Kenya? $2,000 is like $300 right now with the right exchange right now. But because you know the income that you get equalizes everything, the standard of living, so you can get the rent, you know. So what I did, I had my one of my friends that I met first when I came, and we were doing these jobs. The guy was a very nice guy. We came together, started living together and stuff, and just sharing the bill. And that was one of the best decisions that I ever made when I came in. And when you come here, I'm trying to speak in English so that this thing can help more people. When you come here, the only thing that I discovered, please hold yourselves together, 2 or 3 people, on advices, on living, on share. Like me with my friend, we will share bills, you know. So we'll share rent. So if it was like that, 2,000 or 2,500, we share the rent, you know. We share meals and everything, you know, and all that stuff. And all, you know, when you share or you live together, it also comes in with a lot of sacrifices, because you are 2 different people who just met here, grown-ups, and expectations are very different, you know, but you have to join in hands. But that's one thing that I always tell people: when you are new here, don't just come here and start go and get a house by yourself, because it's going to be very, very expensive when you're starting, because you still don't have that financial muscle. You're still establishing yourself. Mark you, people back home are also waiting for you. Yeah, our son has gone to America, or our daughter is in America. Wanatakanga unafika hivi the first 2 months. Mansion net ingine inajengwa. Inajengwa home, unajengea hata kama ni masa mansion net ingine noma. But in the real sense, they don't know that it doesn't work like that. It takes time, like for someone to have their feet down in America. It takes time, you know. So I was saying, sharing, getting a friend and sharing a place where you live or your expenses is a very good thing, and it really helped me in one way or another, you know. So we live with this my guy. We share bills, we share everything, like everything we share, living good life, you know. And in that process, that one now gives you a leeway to save. It gives you a leeway to, maybe if you want something, if you want some money to send to people back in Africa, you have it. If you want to like buy some property, if you are an investment kind of person, you have some, you've relieved some money, because if the rent was like 2,500 and now you are sharing, then you have a relieved of like 1,000 and some change that you can use, you know. So with me, that one really helped me, like joining hands and coming together with my friend to pay rent. That was real good, you know. So I always try to encourage people, when you're trying to plant your feet in America, get Get someone to you join hands with. Hey, sema sasa kuwa lonely. Woo. Kuwa lonely, you are the only person in America. You be crying when you go to church, you start praying, the only thing that you do is crying. So when I was here, one of my uncle got cancer, you know, and this guy's life kept deteriorating, and I started feeling stressed, like this guy maybe might die. I might not even be able to go bury him and all that stuff, you know. And that's what happened. So stress, yeah, being far away from your family is another one. And it hits people bad. It can hit you into depression. And that's why living with people or with someone gives you a big help, because whenever you feel like you are stressed, you can always talk to them, you know. You can always talk to them and tell them, my guy, I'm not good, I'm not feeling well, or this and this is happening, you know. And then they will encourage you in one way or another. So that was one thing that hit me real bad. Like, you are here. Like, for example, me, I'm just one person in America, except from the friendship that I've made here. I don't have a brother, I don't have a mother, I don't have a father. Like, it's just me, you know. And sometimes it catches up with you. You feel like, dang, this thing is just me. Like, if something happens to me today, apart from friends, then you don't have nobody. And if maybe you are not in good terms with your friends, then you are just a lone ranger. And here anything can happen, yeah, because life is fast. Like, you can go to the roads and you get into an accident. Anything can happen at work. Anything can happen to you. And now imagine when you think about that, maybe you are at work or something, it hits you bad. That dang, you are just here by yourself, and if anything happens, then I don't know how you're going to help yourself. You're just here by yourself. So nothing really, I don't know if I would call that depression or stress or what, but always, it will always hit me that you are just here by yourself, and if anything happens, then who will come for your rescue, you know, if not maybe a few friends that you have. But as time goes by, you get used to it. You keep rolling. But my bottom line is that try and getting people to stay with is very good. That's why you find some people are found dead in the house, you know. Someone just died, you know, because there's no one else. Like, if someone was sick, then a friend of yours will even call, you know, emergency 911 for you. And I remember during COVID time, my roommate got sick, and I was also sick. But I remember calling 911, calling his family members who are here, or people he was very close to just help. The people intervened, you know. So that's one thing. Like, you need people. You don't just, when you want to start your life in America, don't just do it yourself. Because there are so many side effects of just being by yourself than being with other people, you know. Because always you'll have someone who will, if you are stuck somewhere, then they can help you. So my friend got sick during COVID time. I also got sick, and when I got sick, we were there for each other, you know. So that's one thing. So apart from paying bills and all that stuff, you want someone to talk to. You from work, you are busy the whole day, you know. You want someone to talk to. The other thing was phone calls from back home. You know, when you are here daytime, they are sleeping, right? And then when we are sleeping, they are daytime. So when it's their daytime, everybody wants to call you. Everybody who has your phone number wants to call you, and they expect you to pick up. Saa zingine umetoka mashift, umechoka, yenye hata hiyo time tu ya kushika hiyo simu hauna, you know. and they're there, they want you to answer the call and talk to them, you know. So sometimes when you linger, then they feel bad that you lingered, you know. But it's not that you linger, it's just that you guys are working in two different time zones, and always they want you to be there for them always, you know. So you need to adjust. Either you tell them that at this point or at this time I'll not be able to pick my phones, or ukiona simu unawacha tu utapiga saa zingine. Ukiona simu unawacha tu utapiga saa zingine. So there are a lot of things that happens here, you know. We have more. Yeah, I've hit 30 minutes. I don't want to bore people, but I have another series. I'll bring it up again on transition to America, you know, or transition from Africa to America, the experiences and everything. For now, I want to jump out until I see you next. It's your boy Eric. Thank you for watching. For those who have watched, please consider subscribing to the channel, you know, and watching and sharing the video so that it can get to more people. Otherwise, thank you and God bless.